We're coming around to that time of year where Tokyo Games Show is going to be doing its convention, and that means there's going to be a whole new slew of game announcements, new looks at games that we already know about. There are plenty of developers who have already hinted at what they're going to be bringing to the show, so let's go over what some of those will be. A very important thing to note before we go into more specific titles is that there will be a virtual venue for this Tokyo Games Show. It's something they did last year as well, and it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. For those of you with VR headsets, you can go to the virtual venue in virtual reality, with virtual booths set up and various showcases for many of the games at the show. It's a really cool idea, with panels being held within that virtual space. But don't worry, you don't need a VR headset. You can also check out the virtual venue with your PC and a bunch of other devices. For Falcom, we have two massive titles that will almost certainly be present, with one of those already being confirmed. The Legend of Heroes Kai no Kiseki Farewell Ozamiria will be shown off with new details, and this is the third game in the Calvard part of the series, which we only have one of so far in North America, in Trails Through Daybreak. So, you know, if you don't want to be spoiled and that sort of thing, maybe that won't be something you're too interested in, but there's going to be a bunch of new details about it. So Falcom will have its own booth in the virtual space, and this is something they're doing for the first time, and I'm sure in real life too, but the virtual booth will showcase the high-speed cruiser Arce from Trails in the Sky, and we'll have a panel about Trails in the Sky. So there'll likely be some more information about Trails in the Sky, the remake, and all about that at TGS 2024. Suikoden will have its own 30-minute show this year, so that's really cool, and that will take place on September 27th at 8 p.m. It'll showcase some behind-the-scenes things and special guests, including the producer, director, and Junko Kawano, Suikoden's original character designer. Obviously, Konami will be bringing its other titles to Tokyo Game Show, including Metal Gear, so probably like Metal Gear Delta and Silent Hill 2, the remake of that. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Square Enix will also be hosting its own Tokyo Game Show livestream, and some of the games that will be featured there include Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, Fantasian Neo Dimension, and Romancing Saga 2 Remake. So if you're interested in any of those games, it's definitely something you should check out. Capcom, of course, will be showing off Monster Hunter Wilds, and surely they will be giving us the release date for that game, so I would stay tuned for that. I really hope that they show their release date, but we'll see. Level-5 will also be at the show, and they've already announced an announcement, so they're going to be announcing a new game. I'm praying for some crazy banger out of nowhere like Dark Cloud or Ni no Kuni 3, but as much as I'd love that, it seems unlikely. It's more likely that it'll be something Yokai Watch related, but not necessarily Yokai Watch, so stay tuned for that if you're interested in that. But it could be something really cool, so we'll see. Sega and Atlus will have their showcase going, which means we'll see a lot more metaphor, and it's highly likely that they're going to be announcing something like a dragon related. There have been rumors since much earlier this year that it'll be a new game, whether that means the sequel to Infinite Wealth or something like a Gaiden game, something smaller scope, we'll see. So, as you can see, there are a ton of potential announcements that could be happening, a good amount of new information at games that we previously saw that will be at this Tokyo Games Show. I'd say if you're really interested in any of the announcements, one, stay tuned to my channel, since I'll likely cover any big announcements from the show, especially if it's a new game. Also, give the virtual venue a look, since it sounds like a really cool resource for people that want to dive into upcoming games. I'll put a link to that where you can find information about that in the description. The official schedule says the show will start on September 26th, 10 a.m. in Japan Standard Time, so that'll be 6 p.m. September 25th for Pacific and 9 p.m. for East Coast. I know, time is confusing. It really confused me, so hopefully I didn't screw it up. But I hope the announcements that you're looking for will happen at that point. And like I said, stay tuned here for any big news coming from the show. Thanks for watching.